guys, welcome back to GDevelop tutorial, and this is part 3 of this tutorial where we have already covered how to add sprites. We have learned how to change their behavior and how few behaviors behave. Wow, behaviors behave. Okay, and last class we learned about how we can add a sound effect and how we can delete a coin when dragon touches the coin. So when one object collides with another object, how different conditions can take place. Along with this, we learned a very interesting set of codes where we learned how we can change the animations for the same object based on the action or based on the condition with the key, okay, with different keys. Now, now let's continue, and then this part I will like to teach you two major things. One is how to add text, because obviously if you are creating a game, maybe in the beginning of the game you want to display welcome to level 1 or whatever, and along with that you might also need some text here and there to display the information about your game instructions. But today I will not teach you those things. I'm going to teach you how to add text to show score. So this way I will be covering how to add text and how to add variables to add scores every time this object touches this object and collects a coin. So to start with, we need to understand one thing, that anything that you add over here is an object, right? So even the text is an object, and for that you have to click on the plus sign over here. And this time we will not take the sprite, we will be taking the text over here. But now you might be wondering, there are technically two types of text, to be precise. One is text and one is text entry. So don't get confused, guys. Text entry is when you use this when you want your players to enter some text, and you use this when you want to display some kind of text. Okay, so in this case I want to display the text, that means the score, and not take user entry, right? So I'm going to use this one. It's called as displays a text. Now as soon as you take it, you can give some name to this object like any other sprite or any other object. So I'm going to just name it as scoreboard. um, I can change the color. I can make it to whatever color I want. I can also make it bold. I can increase the font size or decrease the font size. I'm going to keep it 30 for now. Now, this is very interesting, guys. By default there will be a font, obviously, but if you want your own fancy font which you have downloaded from the internet, and you want that font to appear over here, you have to first download the font. I will show you how to download it, and I will share the link also in the description. But for now I have already downloaded one font, so let me import the font here. So you have to click on choose a new font file. Okay, and on my desktop there is already a font file which I just need to find out where it is. Yeah, guys, can you see this is bimbo underscore jve dot ttf. So usually ttf is the extension when you're downloading text style or font. So I'm going to open this, and here you have to import the text, and it's right there. So now let me see what will go on the screen. So score, and in the beginning we want the score to be 0. So let's type :0 and click on apply. Now the font is here, the scoreboard is here, and I can simply drag and drop it like any other object on my screen and place it wherever I want. So I'm going to place it here for now. So let's see how it looks in the preview. Yeah, it looks fine. The size is also fine, and if you remember last time we had done this, obviously we have not coded, so we have not coded for the score, so the score won't change. Let's go and code for the score. Now, first of all, to add score in any programming language, you will be learning about variables. Now, why variables over here? Because variables are the values which, which keep changing, which are not constant, and that's the reason they are called as variables. So in this case, don't you think the score will keep changing based on the collected coins? So that is why the score will be a variable. To do that, you need to make a score variable. For that, you have to click on scene properties. So what I have done is I have done right click and click on scene properties. And if you see here, there's this option called as edit scene variable. Now why scene variable? Because right now this score variable which I'm creating is only for this specific scene. Later on we will cover about global variables also. So let edit scene variable, and when you click on add, it allows you to give name to this variable. So I'm going to give it a simple name, score, for now. And after this, I'll click on apply. So I have just created a variable. Now I need to code that when dragon touches the coin, which already we have made an event over here, when dragon is in collision with the coin, play a sound, delete a coin, and now even increment or add the variable or increase the value of the variable by 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase it by 10 every time. So one coin is equivalent to 10 score. If you want, you can make it 1, 5. Basically, it's your choice. I'm going to keep it 10 for now. So let's go and add action in the same condition when dragon is in collision with the coin. So click on add action. Now, what are we doing? We are not changing these people. We are simply changing the value of the variable. So variable, value of the scene variable. And if you see whatever number of variables you will make for that particular scene, it will appear over here. Since we have made only one, the name is right here. So click on that. And now you need to choose an operator, because obviously you need to decide what mathematical operation are you going to do on this particular variable. So in this case, we are adding it every time by the value 10. That's why variable value of a scene variable, and then which is score, adding 10 every time the condition, which is the dragon collides with the coin. Okay, so now let's see if this works or not. Okay, you might be wondering that though we have coded, but the score is not changing, because if you remember, what we have done over here, we are calculating the variable, we are incrementing the variable every time, which is, I'm sure, working, but we have not coded or we have not written any statement for displaying that text, right? We need to display that text over here. In place of this, the new score should come. So for this, we need to work on this object, which is the scoreboard object. So we need to modify the score, the object score, right? We need to modify this. So for doing that, we need to go and add another action, okay, which will allow the score to be seen now. Till now, we are simply adding the score. So what am I modifying? I'm going to modify the text of this. So I'll go to scoreboard and I will check which option can I use over here. If you are doing all this for the first time, if you're a beginner, then you will take some time to get used to these statements. So if you see here, it says modify the text. Now, when we are modifying the text, what are we doing? We are just setting that text to something, right? So equal to. Equal to what? Equal to the value of the score. Now the value of the score, we have to click on this summation sign and go to variables, go to scene variable, score, and then apply, and then click on OK. Now let's see if this is working. Oh wow, so every time I'm collecting the coin, the score is increasing by 10 as we wanted. But there is one problem. The score word, SCORE colon, it disappeared. So let's understand how we can continue with that score text also. So simply in this change the text, we have to go here And just before this, we will, in double quotes, we will write score colon space just to put the extra space in the output. And click on OK. Now let's see if this works. So go here. Okay, it is not working. Let's see what's the error. Okay, if you see here, it says you must have the plus operator between the label or the text that you want to display and the value of the variable. So this plus, guys, here is not the mathematical plus sign. This is the concatenation plus sign over here. This simply means that it will concat, or it will just, display this particular text, and then after a space it will display the value of the variable. So this plus sign over here simply means concatenating two values, putting them side by side. Okay, so this is very important. And by the way, one thing you observed, whenever something is not correct here, it will give you a warning over here in red color. So you should know that something is not correct, and you should always read that. And this will really help you in long run to do things on your own and explore GDevelop. Now let's go back over here. Okay, it's working. Wow, very nice. So I hope, guys, you learned how to add a variable, how to change the value of the variable, how to modify the text because you want to display the value, the new value over here, how to add the text, and how to differentiate between text and text entry. So this is all I'm going to cover in this part. For From next part, from part 4, I will add more stuff to this. But for now, bye bye, take care, have a good day.